I'm deleting social media for 7 days. You always see adults do this type of challenge, but as a teenager, we're the ones that are most likely going to be affected by this social modernization of this world. Social media is meant to be this tool that connects us with other people and makes it so that we can better our own lives. But lately I feel like it's been controlling me negatively and I'm just wasting time on it. It's said that 70% of adolescents have a social media addiction, and I might be one of them. We spend hours upon hours looking at other people's lives and not bettering our own. Is this really the right way to go? And so, as a student, a YouTuber, an athlete, I'm going to be going cold turkey and deleting social media for 7 days. And this is all to see how it will change my life. Will my brain be enhanced? Will I be able to focus better? Will I be able to fly? And the rules are simple. I have deleted all social media apps on my phone, and I've blocked YouTube, Netflix, all these gratification apps off my desktop. Will I be able to last a whole week, or is the grip social media has on our everyday lives too strong? And so let the challenge begin. So it's officially day 1 of not having social media, and the first thing I did when I woke up was I reached my phone, and then I realized that I had nothing to do on it. And that's just such a strange feeling, because most of the time when you pick up your phone, what do you actually do? It's always social media. That's crazy. And right now, as like the same with the start of all challenges, it's not that hard actually. It's only been a couple of hours, and yeah, it's like not that bad at the moment because I've been doing work and stuff on my list. But I guess one of the things is I'm kind of getting this like kind of wondering about what other people are doing at this moment, like, and I guess that's really weird because why does that matter to me? But yeah, it's just the kind of thoughts that are coming up in my head right now. And also it just makes me think about like, imagine lives of like my cat or the caveman people. Like, they didn't have social media or phones. They just literally lived their life just outside the whole time. And that's just like kind of crazy to think about. I definitely couldn't do it right now. So as day 1 went on, I had to find other ways to cure my boredom. And normally when I'm bored, I just go on Instagram or scroll on TikTok. But now without those, I had to find other ways to entertain myself. I've been sitting at my desk and I've just been trying to do some work, but it just feels so heavy. So I'm just sitting here and like, I don't know, I feel distracted, but there's nothing to be distracted by. It doesn't make sense, but like I'm literally struggling to script this video. And if you see, I've like just been on this page for 30 minutes now and just like brain fog, I guess, because normally when this happens, we just unconsciously be like, oh, I'm just gonna go on my bed and scroll on social media, but now I can't do that, so I'm just forced to do my work. And I guess that's a good thing, but I'm kind of lost, you could say. So how does social media affect our brains? Whenever you get a notification or you just scroll looking at other people's lives, your brain gets a wave of dopamine, the chemical that's responsible for pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation. Your brain sees how easy it is to feel good. You're getting social interaction. You're so cool. And while you look at other people's lives, your brain thinks that it's yours and it craves more and more. That much of dopamine becomes your baseline, and so you become more and more dependent on it, like a drug. So why do the hard things to get pleasure? Why read a book when you can just go on social media? Your brain doesn't want to do these things because social media is so quick and easy. But as our baseline goes up and up, we find ourselves no longer getting happy but sad as we can't reach that baseline. Users feel like they're missing out and feel empty without it because they're just so used to instant gratification. And so the rest of day 1 unfolded without much happening. I went to the gym, revised a bit for my subjects, I did my work. As I learned to just see the world through my own eyes, not through the perspective of many others. It felt alien at first, but as I just got more and more engrossed in what I was doing, the feeling of anxiety faded away. And before I knew it, it was day 2. So it's day 2 and I'm just so bored. In between like spaces when I'm trying to work, it just like I'm just feeling, oh, why don't I just go and like scroll on TikTok or scroll on Instagram? But when I open my phone, there's nothing there to do. So I'm just unbelievably bored. I'm just realizing more and more, how many real thoughts do you actually have in a day? Because when you go to school and you wake up and you go straight on your phone, and then you go to school, you just spend your whole day at school, and then you come back probably while on your phone, and then you have dinner, and then you go on your phone. And having no social media just gives so much time doing my work and then just being alone, but in a good way. It lets you have thoughts. Just think back, when was the last time you had your own thoughts? You don't have those periods of like AFK-ness. What I mean is like when your mom asks you a question and you're just thinking of something else. That just doesn't happen anymore. We're living in this world, but we're not actually focused in it. When you're studying, your mind drifts somewhere else. When you talk to your parents, your mind drifts somewhere else. And just not being on social media for, it's been 2 days now, just that alone makes it so that you're more engaged in the moment. You live life in the present moment. I'm just doing work and I'm trying to find anything to entertain me, but it's so boring. So I made plans and shot a text to my friends to meet up because staying at home simply wasn't going to cut it. So today we're going out bowling. I was bored out of my mind, so hopefully this helps me to stop thinking about social media. And I'm the best bowler. Yep, the best bowler. We also ended up winning an octopus, but unfortunately it died to natural causes. And I think this day just made me realize that you can have fun without social media. Just having friends and playing helps teach you the value of real life connections rather than social media. Just messing around and laughing, like properly laughing. When was the last time you laughed? The modern day laugh of just breathing out your nose when you see a funny TikTok. And that's so messed up, man. When was the last time you actually laughed? So it's day 5 now. My day 4 footage corrupted, so yeah, wasn't much happening though. I was really tempted to just like re-download Instagram, see what everyone's up to, because the more time you spend at home alone just doing nothing, it makes it so that quite naturally you start like craving to see what other people are doing. Because the point of social media is like you're watching other people's lives because your life's not fulfilling enough. But instead of trying to make our lives better and more fun, we just look at other people's lives. And I've noticed that more and more, like when I'm not content with my life or I feel like my life's boring, instead of trying to do stuff that will make it more fun for me, I'm just trying to look for other people living the life that I want to, instead of trying to make that the life that I would live. As stupid as it sounds, without social media, it makes you feel empty and anxious if you're living your life the right way. Because we all like basically develop a praise kink, basically, because whenever on YouTube, like the comments saying, wow, look at this, look at J Spark, he's so amazing, he's so helpful, he's so amazing, like without constantly seeing these comments and positive words that you're used to seeing, it's like just shows that my entire basis of happiness relies on what other people think of me. It has to be met or otherwise I won't be happy. And the thing is, there is no right way to live. You live how you want to live, and having no social media makes me realize that more and more. And now that when I have time and I'm bored, the first thing I normally would do is just go on social media. But now that I genuinely have time, I find myself like doing chores. Like if you look, my room's like hella dirty right now, and let me show you, look. So how did I spend my time if I was so bored? I used the time to read using SHORTFORM. SHORTFORM is an app that has every single book that you would ever need for self-improvement, productivity, business, and social skills. Some of the titles I've read include How to Win Friends and Influence People, Atomic Habits, Deep Work, The 48 Laws of Power, How to Talk to Anyone. I use SHORTFORM to sometimes help with my video scripts when I include quotes or key concepts from other authors. And you can decide whether you want to invest in the full book like I did for this one. They summarize books really well, but it's not just a basic summary. They source other books and authors with short form notes that introduce you to new concepts, and even has an audio function so you can listen while you go. I genuinely use this app every day as I love to read, and this app makes it so you can discover new books you've never heard of, and it gives you access to thousands of books for the price of one book a month. New books are added every week, so it won't just be a stagnant library. Use the first link in the description to get 5 days free trial, and also 20% off when you sign up using my link. You guys know that I only promote products that I actually use, and this is one of them. Anyway, back to the video. So I'm going to be learning how to play chess. Yay! After being absolutely demolished at chess, I haven't played since 1984. I think I might just read because I have a book assignment due for English, so I'm probably going to do that. Guys, you know you're really bored when you whip out the Lego. Wait, guys, look what I found. Oh, I made a cat, guys. Look, cat, meow. I remember when I was younger and I'd make Lego, I'd always get my mum to like help me find the pieces, and then there was always this one specific like tiny 1x1 piece I always wanted, but she couldn't find it, so I'd get really sad. If you want to be my Lego finder, just leave your application in the comments, because you know, like, I actually have time to read a book. That's crazy. I used to read so many books when I was younger, like The Big Friendly Giant, James and the Giant Peach, Harry's Magic Finger. Yeah, classics, you know. And now I can finally read again. Isn't that amazing, guys? And today I woke up with a sense of clarity. Why we're so dependent on social media. And I realized that through the absence of social media throughout this week, how much I was living according to other people. Whenever you watch a vlog of another person's video, or you see another person on TikTok, your whole life's being orientated around that, not yourself. Because the thing is, if you see someone who's jacked on TikTok, or you see someone on YouTube living a life that you want to live, it would make sense that you'd want to change yourself to live that kind of life. But instead of living our lives that way, we just end up being absorbed into their own lives while not improving our own. And it is hard to grasp that what they're showing you isn't real, but even while I record my vlogs, I try to make it so that they're as realistic as possible. But even then, I wouldn't have gone and tried to find an art cafe or shown the most exciting parts of my life if I knew no one else was watching. We all try to fit towards social media, and everything we do is influenced by it. And by stepping away, I got to see how lonely and empty everything was. The feeling that my life isn't as exciting. We just feel that with meaninglessness. We just watch other people's lives thinking that would act like a remedy, when in fact it's not. And the thing is, it makes you forget how you're not actually lonely, but it makes you feel so lonely, because everyone's here. Your family, your friends are there in real life, but we've based our happiness, our relationships, our social life all online. And if I were to summarize this entire week in one word, it would be clarity. Just being able to find that peace, have that peace of mind. I'm okay without social media. And although it's hard to comprehend this, everything you see and you perceive, it's nothing compared to the real world. The real world's so full of joy and excitement, but that excitement's been dampened out and just extinguished by the high standards we set ourselves, because we compare everything to social media when the basis of what we're comparing ourselves to is fake. There's a reason that our happiest days, our fondest memories are of just us as kids in the park, just running around without a care in our minds, like munching on the acorns. And I wanted to quit so many times, just holding that phone, my finger hovering over the reinstall button, but I didn't, because that just showed how much more this was necessary. And I genuinely feel bad for all the children who are growing up with iPads and social media ingrained into their lives, because they won't
even know the other side to this.
And technology obviously has many positives.
Your eyes are bloodshot, you can't sleep. How much longer will you wait? You have lived in vain. A consumer, never living, only watching.
This just in, breaking news is breaking out everywhere.
You're addicted!